Hello lovely people, my name is Brink and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm taking you with me in my journey and my thought process on how I pick my main. A question that comes back almost every season and new expansion. If you like me and you do like some variety, then we are faced with this question more than once. Do I continue with my character from last season, or am I bored with it? Or maybe I want a new challenge, try out a different rotation and playstyle. Or you have goals and want to be meta for a change. Well, if all this sounds familiar to you, you have come to the right place. I like to keep it clean and simple, and to do that we first need to remove all the clutter and excess baggage. I've been playing World of Warcraft for a long time now, and I've faced this question probably more times than I check my mailbox in Stormwind. So at this point, I've gotten pretty good at it. My first piece of advice is this: don't overthink it, don't make it too heavy. I've got plenty of WoW friends who treat picking their main like it's their most important decision of their life. But trust me on this one, it's really not. If you make the wrong choice, you can re-roll, and let's be honest, a few friends will probably help you catch up anyway. With that in mind, we need some checkboxes. When I choose a main, I wanted to check as many of my important boxes as it can. Here's what's important for me. What role am I going to play? Usually this one is the easiest to make. What does the raid team need? Or what role is your dungeon group missing? Or maybe you play solo and you just know you don't want to die. But before we do, let's slow down for a second. Because this is the moment where we kind of pick what player we want to be. And it's an important decision, as all three playstyles are very different. Most of you know what they are, so let's go over the three playstyles real quick. If you want to keep everyone alive, throwing out heals and keep the tank alive without getting any recognition, then you're going healer. Keeping everyone alive is a big responsibility, and you will get some occasional slack, but it's rewarding in its own way. If you don't like healing, maybe you love the thrill of melting health bars. As a DPS, your job is to use your abilities as smart and efficient as possible, with one goal and one goal only: to melt your enemies. Nuke those bosses from full health to zero as fast as possible. Do you like chasing those high numbers and topping the damage meters? If this is your cup of tea, then you should go DPS. But if you're the type that doesn't want to die, likes to set the pace, be in control of the fight, and keep the boss's attention while everyone else is doing their thing, you like to think about mitigating damage and doing damage at the same time, that's where the tank comes in. Choose what appeals to you most. I choose tank most of the time, so for the sake of this video, I'm gonna roll with that. Okay, we got that roll out of the way, that one was easy. Next is also pretty objective. Does it have a good seasonal Transmog set? This one might seem odd to you, but it's important to me. I like Transmog sets, and if you can get a cool set out of progressing, that's another level of fun for me. A class has to be really fun to play if I'm going to skip chasing the seasonal Transmog set. That brings me to the next checkbox. Is it fun to play? How is the rotation? Does the playstyle make me smile? And will it perform in my hands? Why do I say this last point? Will it perform in my hands? Well, if it doesn't, there's no way you're gonna have a good time on it, unless you're willing to commit. Because some classes have a longer learning curve, so you gotta think about the playstyle. There is some good news on the horizon. With the new expansion coming up, all classes are getting a rework, and it's looking like most have been made a lot easier, so this might give you more options to consider. I've always wanted to play the Outlaw Rogue, and often didn't because it was just too hard and too fast to keep up during the mechanics of a dungeon. But I'm getting off track. What else is important to know is, do I want to cast or play fast and reactive like a paladin or a rogue? Or do I enjoy the slower and methodical playstyle like a devastation evoker or marksmanship hunter? Do I enjoy doing bursts of damage like a fury warrior or an arcane mage? Or do I want to ramp damage like an affliction warlock? To find answers on these questions, you gotta do some testing and research. Try different specs during pre-patch or beta to see what feels best. Watch gameplay videos, Mythic Plus runs, and hero talent showcases to get inspired. For this expansion and the next, I do my best to explain all tanks. Things I will always mention: is the rotation fun, and is it easy to pick up or hard to execute? If you are considering a healer or DPS, there are plenty of guides out there. Check them out before you make a definitive choice. There are plenty of good sources out there to help you give the insights you need. Take for example Java Heals. He has amazing beginner guides, and he puts in so many hours to bring all the classes out before the launch of every patch. He has been through some rough times past few months, so I know for a fact he could do with some support right now. Check him out. And then you have Zuko. This guy can hype me up for a class that I didn't even know I would like. He just gets me excited just by listening to him. He explains the rotation and the fun part of a class like no other, so check out this guy too. You won't regret it. So far we got the following checkboxes. And remember, this isn't in any particular order. You get to decide what's most important to you. Next up, performance. How important is performance for you this season? Are you going to push high keys or raid mythic or not? If not, maybe your checkbox isn't on overall performance, but you do want to do a good amount of damage. Then your checkbox is damage, because let's face it, performing well or simply doing high damage is also a fun metrics. So if performance is important for you, this is most likely where Raider.io comes in. Checking out this website will answer most of these questions and put it for you in perspective. If performance isn't that important for you, good, there are plenty of other things to take in consideration. We don't always have to be chasing flavor of the month. It's important that you play what you enjoy over the meta. If you really enjoy Shadow Priest and it's actually meta, that's a double whammy for you, if you catch my drift. Maybe the expansion has a druid vibe going on and this appeals to you. Or like this expansion is all about the void, and being a void demon hunter is something that you like. What weapons, armor and spells appeal to you? Do you want to cherish your inner archer? Or do you want to let out the orcish warrior in you? Does the class's story fit your personality? Or do you like being super annoying on the PvP battlefield and like getting on people's nerves? Then you might want to be a gnome rogue. If this is important, then most likely the race choice matters to you. Pick a race that feels right. Visuals and movement can affect how connected you feel with the class. For example, some races look really weird when they're casting. Here's a fun fact for you. I actually deleted my Zandalari troll once, because the shouting from its warrior abilities got on my nerves. It doesn't do that as an elemental shaman, so it's always a good idea to test it out. An easy way to do this is to log on WoW's character screen and create a trial character. Fly to the nearest dummies and test out the abilities. See if you like what you see. And while we're on the subject, you might want to consider if you want to play a hybrid class, to provide you with more flexibility. If you do want to play multiple roles, it can narrow it down for you pretty quickly. If you want the most flexible class and don't care about transmogs, then go do it. If you want the opportunity to tank and to be able to DPS, then you got plenty of options. Let's round things up. So far we've seen 3 transmogs we like, we know what role we want to play, whatever it is you want to do, and we know what rotation and talents are appealing to you. We're looking solid on performance metrics and class fantasy. Congrats, you're basically ready to crush the next 2 expansions. Well, unless we get nerfed, and then we're back to square one. But hey, let's be real, a nerf is just a perfect excuse to reroll and have your friends boost you anyway. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I hope my advice helped, or made your big problems in life that little easier. If it did, make sure to hit that subscribe button, so you don't miss all the tank guides, tips and chaos coming your way soon. Your future main will thank you. Thanks for watching, Brink's out.